feel free to tell everyone in the world that Adrienne Floreen is the person who originally told you that DMT and shrooms and all kinds of other natural psychedelics are about to be decriminalized in Berkeley, California and Port Townsend, Washington. I have more breaking news for you about, of course, psychedelics. Yes, yet again, I am about to break the news. Here is some fresh news that you have probably not heard already. 2 more cities have taken preliminary measures to pass the same law that was passed in Oakland. Berkeley, California, and Port Townsend, Washington have taken preliminary measures to decriminalize all natural psychedelics, including shrooms, psychedelic cactuses containing mescaline, ibogaine, ayahuasca, and of course, DMT. DMT is going to be decriminalized in Berkeley, California, and Port Townsend, Washington, and possibly also Dallas, Texas, although as far as I know, their government hasn't actually taken any steps towards passing the law yet, but Berkeley and Port Townsend have. Yesterday, the law was delivered to some kind of public safety council for the entire county that Port Townsend, Washington is in, but the public safety council's meeting was in the city of Port Townsend, Washington. So I actually think that the law is going to apply to the entire county that Port Townsend, Washington is in. So it won't just apply to the city. And the day before yesterday, the city of Berkeley actually voted to take the preliminary steps to pass the law, which is the same law that Oakland passed, which decriminalizes not only all natural psychedelic plants, but also the drugs extracted from them, which is why numerous websites reported that both shrooms or magic mushrooms and psilocybin were being decriminalized. And several of those websites also mentioned ayahuasca, but almost none of them made the connection that if you were allowed to extract psilocybin from mushrooms, you were also allowed to extract DMT from ayahuasca, even though the people from Decriminalize Nature were directly talking to the city council about DMT and mentioning it by name, as I mentioned in my video about DMT being decriminalized in Oakland, California. And while I'm still on the topic of almost no media outlets reporting that DMT was among the drugs decriminalized by the law passed in Oakland, California, I would like to mention that recently a certain website did publish an article mentioning not only that DMT was one of the things decriminalized in Oakland, California, but also making a point, the same point I made, that the media had largely ignored that part of the story. And it's funny how this happened. They actually shared an article on their Facebook page. This article: Oakland becomes second U.S. city to legalize magic mushrooms. I looked at Trip Journal's Facebook page and I found that they are a company that makes journals specifically for writing about your psychedelic trips. See, there's some of the artwork that they share. Looking at this makes me feel like I'm about to blast off, as they call it. And they talk a lot about DMT. A lot of the trip reports they have published on their Facebook page are about DMT. So, of course, in response to them sharing this article, I commented with the same paragraph-long post that has gotten me banned from Facebook numerous times. which includes a link to my video called Oakland Becomes First U.S. City to Decriminalize DMT. Trip Journal then responded that this was big, unreported news, and that they would make a post on it later. I was only hoping that their post would include a link to my video, and then, a few days later, I saw that they had published their own article with almost the same name as my video. And reading the article, I found that they had basically paraphrased everything that I had said in that long Facebook post that included a link to my video that I just showed you. So I got in their case for not crediting me with telling them this information and not sharing a link to my video. And I have very good news. They actually apologized to me and not only thanked me on Facebook for informing them that DMT was among the drugs decriminalized by the law passed in Oakland, they also included a link to my video at the bottom of their article and called me Adrienne Floreen, the YouTuber who was at the city council meeting when it happened. Isn't that nice? My video is now embedded in their article, and they also included a link to Decriminalize Nature, the organization that helped to get the law that decriminalized DMT and other natural psychedelics passed in Oakland. So I would like to thank whoever manages Trip Journal's Facebook page for actually including a link to my video about DMT being decriminalized in Oakland, California, in your news article with almost the same title as my video. And I'd also like to point out that I think it is hilariously funny that in your rush to break the news that I broke about a month and a half ago, and in your rush to basically paraphrase everything I said in my video and my Facebook post in your own wording, and in your rush to basically plagiarize the headline of my video and make it the headline of your article, you failed to do like a few minutes of research, and because of that, you did not know when you wrote your article that one city had just passed the same law the day before you wrote your article, and another city was about to pass it that very day. And you could have mentioned in your article that 2 other cities were about to pass the same law, but you didn't. So when I am finished with this video, I will be sure to post it on your Facebook page. And if you want to, you can like make the title of this video into the headline of your next article, and you can paraphrase everything I said and write it as the words of your article if you want to, as long as you credit me for being the one to tell you this breaking news by like sharing a link to my video like you did in your other article. Feel free to tell everyone in the world that Adrienne Floreen is the person who originally told you that DMT and shrooms and all kinds of other natural psychedelics are about to be decriminalized in Berkeley, California, and Port Townsend, Washington. And with that said, I'm basically done recording this video. I hope you didn't mind how many times I snuck in promotions for my other video about DMT being decriminalized in Oakland, California into this video. And I hope that you will also like this video, share this video, watch my other videos, including my video about DMT being decriminalized in Oakland, California. Because at this moment it has about 2,000 views, and I'm trying to get like a few thousand more. So please share that video so I can get a few thousand more views on it. And also, watch my other videos and subscribe to my channel. Bye.